Unboxing this Rollei ball head. It's meant for the #1 travel tripod from Rollei, and I already have it here. So now the question obviously is, how heavy is it? What does it look like? And also how pricey is it? In terms of the price, it cost 30 euros. There was also a refurbished version on Amazon available, but this is the new one since I could only get one refurbished one. Now, why would you need something like this? Because maybe you want to adjust the camera tilt and the angle of the camera on a tripod. So that's the reason I actually got it. So what we have on the bottom here is a 3/8 inch thread. There are also these smaller ones available. For the smaller ones you can get an adapter, which is basically a tube with another thread in it. Then we have this adjustable lever here on the side, which I think is fairly handy because it has a big rotation for basically adjusting this, not just a very small way for adjusting the whole thing. Then on the side here we also have this thing that shows you basically how adjusted this is in terms of whether this is horizontal, for example. Then we have the plate itself. So the plate itself is this part here, and this is now an Arca Swiss plate. This is a Arca Swiss clamp, which means that both kind of work together, and this also is the standard usually for photography clamps. There are also different kind of clamps available, like the clamp that came with my Hammer tripod. So on here I also have an Arca Swiss plate. So on the side here I do have a similar lever, not a very similar lever, but this is a quick release lever. And then on the bottom I have a quick release plate. And on here I actually have a secondary quick release plate that was the one that was already built into this tripod here. And then I just attached another quick release clamp onto the whole thing. So now with a ball head like this, what you can do is you can obviously adjust the angle on the ball head if you have mounted this onto a tripod again. Now there is also this lever on the side which you can use to just control the rotation. So this plate on the bottom here again rotates, so you could basically just rotate the whole thing like this, and then we can tighten it again. This here is for rotating the entire ball head here. If you want to have a sideway angle, then you can use this thing here on the side, so you can just rotate it like this. And this here is obviously for releasing the quick release plate, and sometimes you find levers, quick release levers like this, but this tripod ball head doesn't have something like this. But what it does have is an Arca Swiss plate that is basically the top of the tripod head. So my idea was here to just have this lever, which would be ideal for quickly adjusting this here. This here is the GorillaPod 5K, and on here we also have a similar construction. It also has an Arca Swiss clamp, and obviously I also have the corresponding Arca Swiss plate. And on the side here we have again this rotating knob, which allows us to adjust and to clamp in the plate. And on the side here we have again this thing which allows us to rotate the whole head just on its own, and here we have again a very similar plate. This has kind of the disadvantage that it is not entirely black, so I prefer usually things to be entirely black, because then they just don't grab attention. So this is why I got this. I will probably use this in order to mount my phone here, which is currently recording the video, and I have it attached to currently Hammer ball head, but it is not that stable, so I'm thinking of replacing this with this one.